Hello. Just thought I would hop on here and see if anybody's up, and I'm going to pull up the YouTube and see if it's really live. Let's see. I've never done just a single live from the laptop, so we'll just see if it's going to play nice. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, there it is. And there you guys are. That's so weird. I'm supposed to have a chat over on the it says I should have a chat on the laptop screen, but I don't see it. So, hey, Tori and Dorinda. And is it Liz or Luz? And Annette's here, and Nancy's here. Laurel's here. Avadine's here. How are you guys doing? See, I told you I'm not good at this talking to myself thing. Hey, Roy. And the Lang posse, yeah. They usually pop in and out, don't they? Loose. Gotcha. Thank you. All right. So, hey, Angie. I just thought I'd come in here and play for a little while. So, Laurel, I'm going to need a tutorial later. I don't know why I don't have a chat on my laptop screen. So, glad I had the iPad out here. So, I have trucker brew going tonight, you guys, and water. Yeah, me too, Roy, me too. I understand more than you think. So, you guys know these are the vintage feed sacks. I'm pretty good, Nancy. How are you? Fighting some sinus junk. I probably sound funky, but not better than the other day. Let's put it that way. So, are any of you guys? Here's my dilemma. Most of these are the full feed sack, and I'm really struggling with whether or not I should cut. Well, I mean, I know I'm going to cut them, but I can't decide if I should cut them in fat quarter sizes or and I'll keep showing them to you guys as I chatter, like 6 by, and most of them have some little flaws, like you see the staining here on this one. But I can't decide if I should cut them in fat quarter sizes and do them individually or bundles that way, or if you guys would rather have them in like 6 by 6 squares. And see, this one has some staining up here. And you can tell the difference. See where it's like a little, like somebody spilled coffee. It's like pre-coffee stain. Like somebody spilled coffee here, and then here's the right color. But I can't decide if I should do them in like fat quarter sized bundles or 6 by 6 bundles or 4 by 4 bundles. What do you guys think? Any thoughts or opinions? There's that one. These are so soft. And somebody's washed them before. I'm going to press them before I cut them, just to get the wrinkles out of them and get them squared up a little bit. I could cut 10 by 10, Evadine. I could, absolutely. I just wanted to know what kind of the popular vote was. And this one, this poor thing has been run through the mill. It's got holes all along that center fold line. But I love this print. This guy, see that big hole there? Then another hole there. They are pretty, aren't they, Dorinda? They are gorgeous. I don't find this many of them all in one spot very often. And I actually found these on my way home from Round Top, since I was piddling around and dragging it out due to the weather. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So I don't know. I'm only hesitant because you guys, you know how it is. Once you cut it, that's it. It's not like I can go back to a nice big piece. Ooh, interesting. I see what it's doing. Let's see if it quits doing that. Of course, I don't usually just go live either, but oh, I know what that is. It's because it doesn't like the fabric. Sorry, you guys, it's fighting too many prints. I remember now. We decided that on Rosemary's stream one night. It was going crazy doing that. That's what that is. And this one is not a feed sack. This one's just fabric. Fat quarters would work. Right, Roy? Yeah, exactly. And that's like, that's part of it. That's part of why I'm pretty hesitant. And I am leaning toward fat quarter sizes, or at least, I don't know, I feel like it's either got to be a whole bunch of little pieces or a few bigger pieces, like a bigger piece. And, there is only what there is. So, hey, Maggie. Golly, I hope you're feeling better. You've had a rough couple of days. And there's this one. And this one, seeing like this one is just, so these pieces may not wide. I mean, these obviously, because that's as wide as it is. It's just a super long strip-ish wide. So once this one is pressed out and I knew how wide it was, then I would just do this one in squares that size. And this one's just a fabric too. This isn't feed sack. Look how cute this is with these trains. What do you make, Roy? And do you make videos? I know I'm subscribed to you. Ooh, and it's buffering for me. Is it buffering for you guys? See? It's a good thing I got on here and did this stuff tonight. I won't be happy when it decides to buffer on me tomorrow. Isn't that pretty? A pretty butterscotch and light blue stripe. So the Victorian Edge. Do you have a first name? Just because I like to learn people's names. And it seems more friendly to actually take a minute to learn your name and, use it and all that fun stuff. And this one's actually a green and a red. There you go. So there's that one. Let's see here. Fold this up. And as you guys can tell, I'm in no rush tonight, you guys. I'm just like poking along. But I grabbed all kinds of stuff to show you guys tonight if you're interested. Wow, it really doesn't like prints, does it? There it goes. Too many things to focus on. Wow. There's that one. Victoria. I wondered. Thank you. I will probably remember that. One of my daughters is Victoria, so that should all probably click. We'll see. Look at this. I thought it was a curtain when I first found it, but somebody made a tablecloth out of this. I don't know that it was actually, because it looks very hand stitched to me, not like factory stitched. Look at that print. Isn't that pretty? And then the other end is just like this also. Right, Tori, right? I know, they're pretty. Hey, Louise. Oh, Louise, your other letter came today. I did not open it yet. I didn't have time to sit and, I don't know. I feel like I want to sit with a fresh cup of coffee, like I'm reading a book or a letter from somebody that like a pen pal or a friend that I've been friends with my whole life, kind of thing. So I really want to sit and pay attention and all of that when I open them. And then here's the last one of these. And this one's feed sack. And has a completely different texture than the other ones, which is cool, I think. Not fun. And Laurel, this is that goofy color. Sometimes it looks purple and sometimes it looks blue. I think it would depend on what you put it next to or combine it with. Right, Maggie? I knew you would like that pink floral one. I kind of thought that had your name on it. And as long as I'm doing fabrics, let me grab this bag and show you guys these vintage fabrics that I found. And they're all still in there. See, I'm literally just unpacking them. I'm still taking them out of their Ziploc that they were in. Isn't that stuff cool? And this one, there's yardage. There's two different huge pieces of this. So I've got yardage for this one. So this one, when we pull it out, we'll do it. Oh, Grandma's, I did not write your name down. Diane, is it Diane? Ooh, maybe. Is it Diane? Hey, Angela. But look at that. Isn't that fun? I just love this stuff. And that texture is printed on. It's not like the woven texture of it. There. See, it is actually a printed needlepoint look. It's not really a woven design. I know, they are yummy. I agree, Angela. I love these. Don't enjoy the sniffly nose, but And then there's this one. Hey, Rosemary. See, and then there's that one. And I really tried not to zoom my camera in too tight tonight, because I know I was in pretty tight the other night. Let's see. I did have a box of tissues out here. I have no idea what I did with them. So here's this one. This is a bark cloth. Isn't that gorgeous? Oops, it's going to be unhappy. Oh. And sneezing. I guess I can only show you some of it. Rosemary, remember when your camera went crazy with the prints? That's what mine's doing. It does not like all these prints. I may have to. I wonder if it's I may have to play around with the zoom. These were obviously a curtain because here's the old hook still in it. And this is bark cloth also. I love this piece. The last one I showed you that the camera's not liking, and this are my favorite out of even the feed sacks. I love bark cloth. The texture is awesome. The prints, it's just got such a different feel, and it's so retro. Like, it's just, to me, it's like iconically retro. There's that one. And here's the tissues. Oh, and a Sharpie. I found a stray Sharpie. That's almost more exciting than the tissues, tell you the truth. So there's that one. I know, aren't they pretty, Dorinda? I love these bark cloths. They're so, so pretty. So let me get this one put away. I almost hid these from myself, you guys. I was getting pretty frustrated. I couldn't find them to bring them out and show you guys. You know, when you put something away and it's like right in front of your face and you still can't see it. That was the situation there. And then look at these guys. These things are humongous. Aren't those cool? Are those right side up? Yeah, they are. I was like, are those right side up or upside down? I love the embossing on these spines. Isn't that awesome? And then here's the back with a big old embossed logo on there. See that? I think that would be an awesome cover on that one. I know, right? They're so cool. And then the papers. And these are copyrighted 1937. There we go. And I'm going to say they're French. But I think, I haven't looked them up yet. Depending on what I get into this evening, I may look some of these up, so I'll be more informed when we get started. But these appear to be more like an encyclopedia approach kind of book. This is all about arithmetic, so it's got all these really fun math equations. I know, right, you guys? And this is super soft, nice, old paper, and it's already got some of that aging on it that we all try to, and you, yep, it is showing up. And then this is the astronomy section, and this is says the way I would pronounce it is physique, but I'm going to guess it's still math because it's very, look at this. How steampunky is that page? And then you've got this on this side. But these are just, the pages and the paper are just really nice. And this, more steampunk. We do need these in our lives, don't we, Angela? I agree. I agree. So I don't know if anybody read the description. If any of you are, if you really want to see something tomorrow, or look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Because I usually don't set up, oh, look at that one. Tons and tons of stuff like, yes, we're doing this for sure, that for sure. A lot of it is just stuff that I have ready to go. And it just depends on what you guys seem to be interested in, or if somebody asks for something. Isn't that neat? Pages loose. Looks like the same font and text, so I'm leaving that there. I don't know if it came out of the book somewhere. Don't know. That'll be something for whomever. Oh, look. I bet you that had candy in it at one time. Oh, and another one. These may or may not travel with the books. I may, you know what? I'm actually going to pull those. No, I'll just pull in those because I'm going to put those in people that are doing the letter challenge and sending me the postage paid envelopes, and I'm going to fill them up with goodies and send them back. Those envelopes are going to go to those. Let's see, what's this? So is that. You guys know I usually leave all these goodies with the books, but I think it'll be fun to tease people and let them see some of the stuff that's going to be in the envelopes, and they can see which one they get. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? This is different paper. This is going over here. So we're going to start. There we go. Good night, Maggie. Feel better. I know you've had a rough couple days. And then this one is the second volume of the same thing, but this one has color pictures in it, which I think is cool. See, I'm also trying to pay more attention to the chat, you guys. Oop. See how these are put in there? Isn't that fun? And look. And the maps. And this paper is like a different, there's all different textures of paper in here. Like, see how this is more of a matte and more browned and aged. And then this is the slick. It's almost got a sheen to it. That's slicker. See the color difference between the two? This is the matte one and this is the slick one. Hey, Jennifer. I am having one tomorrow. Yep. But I was sitting here sorting through stuff, and I told you guys I would come on sometime today, and it occurred to me that I hadn't done that yet, so I thought, as long as I'm sitting here sorting and looking, I might as well come on and sort and look with you guys. That way, if anybody sees anything that they think they have to have, you can send me an email and let me know that you for sure want it included, or holler at me when we get started tomorrow. I'll just send you the other one. Oh, the first one? The first one, Dorinda? I know, right? They're so cool. I really like these. And you know, it's still like, oh, there's another piece for you know, if I'm gonna I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have a really hard time taking some of these books apart. I think that's part of why I really, really enjoy the live sales and bringing them home. I would buy this every day I came across it, with every intent of bringing it home, dismantling it, repurposing the pages, you know, all of that. But they're in such good shape, and they're in French, and they're just cool and fun to look at. I have a hard time taking them apart. It doesn't hurt my feelings if, you know, I see that you guys took them apart and reused them. It makes me happy. But some of them, I just have a really, really hard time. You know, I have every intention, and I get so excited because I have a plan and I know exactly what I'm going to do with them and all of that. And then when I get them home, that's not what happens at all. Yeah, tomorrow's sale, you guys, it starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So, yep, that's as far as I'm going to get with that statement. Let's see here. What else you guys want to see? I don't think I've showed you guys any ledgers since I've been home, and it's clear enough for you to actually see them, have I? Because I know when I was in Texas, I was a little bit pixely. And then when I did, well, the sneak peek was a little bit pixely. Oh, here, I'll tease you guys for sure. Oh, wait, let me turn my other light on too. I really am not prepared. Hold on one moment. We'll see if that helps. I feel like it's very shadowy. 1 second. There we go. How's that? Does that help? And if I figure out where there we go. I can see it better. Goodness, you guys, I'm acting like I've never streamed before. See, I told you. I'm a little bit of a hot mess all on my own. Hi, Francis. Do you want to go as Francis in the chat, or should we share with them your real first name? You guys want me to come in closer, or there we go. How's that? How's that? There we go. Well, the fun thing though, Dorinda, is we know we're not selling anything tonight. You know, it's just kind of build your wish list, you know. But I was thinking that I should, and this is really nice. This one's not super old. This one's from the I'm going to say mid 50s to early 60s, but then it's got all these blank pages in the back that are still in person. They're not creamy color like they're coming across. They're pretty crisp. You know what? Let me hang on 1 second, you guys. Let me see if I can figure out. Let me see if I can figure out in my settings. That's where it is. It went to nighttime display. Let me brighten that up and see if then I will have a better idea if the colors are, oh yes, I think that's going to be better. Oh, good night, Luce. I know how that feels. Dying batteries are always super timely, right? Oh yeah, that light did make a difference, and I can see that they're, yep, they're on my iPad. It looks pretty accurate. So there's that one. Let's see here. You guys have already seen those. This one is another. I brought a few ledgers in, so if you guys are interested in these, let me, just in case somebody comes back and watches this and is super interested in these, I'm going to, we're going to call this one Ledger A. Okay. So if anybody comes back and watches it, or if anybody wants to email me about one, they have a reference for them. Okay. And we'll call this one is, I know what we'll call this one too, but isn't that pretty? I love the spine on that one. All that ribbed. There we go. There you go. I know, Jennifer. You know what? I have one that is in such bad shape. I'm going to dismantle it. I just can't figure out how to get it open. It's one of those crazy, it's a mess. I can't with any kind of clear conscience even begin to share it with somebody as it is. So I'm going to dismantle that one and then put it into page packs, and that'll probably work better for you. I mean, as much as you would love to have a whole one, that would be a good option for shipping, I think, for you. Hey, Paula. This one is 1918 is the date on it over here. And this is from the Oddfellows Club. Trying to see if it says where, a state or something, but I'm not seeing it. Of course, I'm also upside down, but look at all that writing, you guys. How awesome is that? Isn't that one fun? And then here's a different person. And look, we didn't have quite enough room, or just for a special little note. We'll just turn it sideways and run it down the side. Isn't that fun? And now we've moved on to January of 1919. Good night, Laurel. Yeah, you're right. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just going to sit here and chit chat till I run out of stuff to show them or they're bored with me. One second, you guys. I'm reading Roy's. Have never gone, even though I attend college in Manhattan. Seriously, you mean like New York, Manhattan, Roy? Oh my gosh. 40 minutes. Yes, Louise, this is meeting minutes. Like here it's roll call. This is roll call and then it goes into, yeah. But it's like, I mean, this is one meeting. Each page is one meeting. So whoever was the secretary at the time, they didn't keep like exact notes, I don't think. Either that or they were, 5-minute meetings. I think it was like roll call, call to order, that kind of stuff. I don't think any of the like specific, but I haven't read it, so I shouldn't say too much, but it doesn't look to me like anybody put down specific details. Lots of, because, that would be sharing the secrets, right? And this is 1921. So we've gone from 1918 in the front to, let's see, 1922 is where it ends up. Let's see, what's this? Oh, this is fun. This is going in somebody's envelope. Look at that. So for the challenge that I gave you guys, if you send me a handwritten letter or postcard and a postage paid envelope, and I would fill it up to the amount of the postage, these are some of the things that those people are getting. How cool is that? I love when we find treasure in them. Hastings, Michigan, that's where it's from. This one's going to stay in here because that way people will know where this lodge was. That one we'll leave there because it'll make it super easy to figure out which lodge it's from. Yeah, more loose papers, Louise. Absolutely. So this one is going to be the, let's see. Let's call this one. Oh my gosh, I can't even spell Michigan. What an event. I think that's a case of thinking too hard. So this is going to be the IOOF of Michigan. Oh, and there's the cover page and the inside cover. All that marbled paper. Isn't that pretty? Good night, Angela. See you tomorrow. From the 20s. Nice. I understand there's no such thing as too many or enough ledgers. Pretty sure it's not even possible. And here's another one of those prescription ledgers. Let's see. I got it right side up. Nope, I'm upside down, naturally. And these things are enormous. And heavy, 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 heavy. Here's their inside. How's that for some pretty marbled paper? And then you've got all the prescriptions. And like here is where they would write down all the prescription, because each one of these little squares has a number on it. So here's where they wrote down all the ones they did on Tuesday. So then all of these numbers you'll find on this one. A defibrillator. Oh my goodness. You lurk away, Laurel. Do what I do. Just say I'm just going to be hanging out, lurking and listening, you guys. And I snuggle up, and the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm the only one left in chat and the stream is over. Happens to me all the time. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And there's just so many pages to this. And these are from the mid 50s. This one is dated 1954 up here in the beginning. Okay, thanks, Laura or Paula. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know about which book, Laurel, but absolutely. Just shoot me a message so I know which book you're talking about. Because none of these are going up for sure tomorrow. We're just kind of hanging out and playing. Picked up a ledger on Saturday from an estate sale. Only problem is that it has been wet and looks like a mouse got a hold of some of it. It measures, wow, 4x18. Nice. Nice. Oh my gosh, the railroad stuff, Francis. That stuff is amazing. Tori, are you the one that messaged me about Edith Holden? Somebody messaged me and I wrote it down, but I don't have that list right here. It's on my other desk. Because I do have 2 Edith Holden books, because I remember somebody specifically asked me, but I don't have the list. Hey, Rose. I don't have the list right here with me. Okay, perfect. I do have 2 of them. I have, I will, I know exactly where they are, but I can't put my hands on them right this minute without taking, a pause and going for them. So there we go. I'm just thinking for a second. Tori, do you want me to show them tomorrow? Are you going to be at the sale tomorrow morning? We start at 10. At 10 Eastern time. And if you're not there at 10, it's no big deal. I can just set them aside until you come in. Gotcha, Laurel. Thank you. So this thing is crazy, crazy thick. And then there's the blank pages in the back, which is like, I don't know. When there's some blank pages, it just makes me so happy. Okay, I will. Yep, I'll bring them tomorrow and show them, and then we'll go from there. So this one, I was going to measure this for you guys so you could see how many, because there are no numbered pages on it. So the width is actually, let's see here, of book block, there is 1.5 inches just here of the book block. And these are those super thick, fat, chunky book covers. I've taken one, well, that's not true. I've taken a few of these apart. There's one that's in really bad shape. Like this one, it's all worn along the edge and stuff, but it's still got the leather corners on it. And I am going to cut it down and remake a journal out of it. But I think I'm going to use this where it actually attached to the spine as the bottom of the cover. That way, I just can't quite decide which way I want to go with it. But since I have a front and a back, I guess I can do it both ways and see what I like better, right? Okay, Laurel, thank you. Sleep good. And again, you guys, I really do apologize for the drippy nose, but I can't quite decide what's better, listening to me sniff occasionally. I guess I could mute. Let me mute for 1 second. You guys look at this. I'm going to mute and take care of the sniffles, and then I'll be... Okay, sorry about that, but that's way better. Now you don't have to listen to me sniffing. There we go. This one is the Clerk's Fund Book from Seneca County, Ohio. And this one, it doesn't have that pretty... This thing is just a beast. Even if I zoom all the way out, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, the whole book. But there's the inside cover on that one. It doesn't have the pretty marbled papers. But see, then you have this printed text there. And then you come over here to all the handwriting. And this page is page 15, and it's dated 1916. Some of them have a little bit of writing on this page. Like this is some handwriting here and up here, but that's it. Most of the handwriting is on this page. So it's like you have, and most ledgers are either the punched with the metal posts that keep them in. Hey, Keisha. I feel like I've missed people. But most of them are, well, a lot of them are stitched in. So you can just cut these stitches, and then they just lift right out. So your full signature would be this page and this page. When this paper is in good shape, I would not hesitate for a minute to reuse this paper just as it is, because sometimes it's super brittle. And, oh, look. Let me just interrupt myself. Look at how the handwriting changed. Somebody's using a quill. So it looks very calligraphy, very... I don't know if you guys can actually really see that. Here it is. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, goodness sakes. Somebody was very heavy-handed here. Ooh, and you can feel it. And the reason that's so heavy is they had to come back in and correct it. They were writing over and correcting numbers. But you can actually feel that. And see how that ink bleeds through? In person, you can really see it. I think you guys can see it. That's the ink bleed through. But that's just because of the chemicals in the ink and the reaction with the paper and how it just starts bleeding through there over time, especially. Isn't that fun? And then somebody decided to write in green. This is in 1922. Oh, I know. I wish I could write like that too. Yeah, they must have been frustrated. I agree. I agree. And see here, this one, there's not a lot of them that are filled out like this, but that's pretty cool. So we're going to have that one. And this one, I mean, this one's going to be pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to label this one. If anybody wants to reach out about that one, we're just going to call it the Clerk's Fund Book. I think I just showed you guys that whole book upside down, didn't I? Let's see. I have one more ledger in here I can show you guys. Let's see what this one is. It's upside down for me, that's for sure. Oh, this one is from the Oddfellows also. This one is pretty stinking awesome. The earliest date is 1902. And look at that handwriting. And this thing is just filled. Okay, thanks, Louise. Just crazy. And this is minutes too. Isn't that awesome? It's that nice aged. Oh, and the pages are green too. Do you see that? It's like a green speckle. Ooh, and lots of stuff in this one. Uh-oh. More challenge stuff. There's a lot of these. Okay, so that one's clipped. That one will go. Let's see here. I think we'll leave this page with, oh, look, this one is pinned together with a straight pin. Isn't that cool? Can you guys see it? That's more stuff for the challenge. This one I think we'll leave with the book because it says where it's from. That one's from Ohio, or this book is anyway. Ooh, and more. Oh, but this is glued in. How fun is that, you guys? This is glued in upside down. It's kind of hilarious. I wonder why they're glued in upside down. I did show them one. Yeah, that great big one, that great big fat one was a medical one, Louise. Yeah, so if somebody, hi, Donna. See, I got to do better with the chat, you guys. One Dubar. Oh, why do I not remember your name? Is it Denise? Are you Denise? It was Denise. Yay. So, yeah, I did show one of the big medical ones. So if somebody's interested, you can come back through and look. See, these glued in ones will be staying. But they have the location of the lodge. So, yeah, this one's from the early 1900s. And you've got a couple of the blank pages back here. So if you dismantle these and copy them, you've got all that crazy handwriting that you can, I mean, I don't know. If you copy this, you guys, you are never going to run out. I think it would take a long time to just even use it all. This is 390 numbered pages. So it's going to take a minute to use all of that. Then, let's see. What do you guys want to see next? Let's see. Let's take off Sophie's inventory number. Nobody needs that anymore. And this one, okay, the front cover is totally loose. The spine is a mess. The book block is sound. Here's what this one is. And then there's your back. But this one is the illustrated. It's the, I think it's an annual illustrated commercial and shipping, because it says maritime. So I don't know if that is maritime. Maritime is just shipping, right? Like big boats shipping. So, but it's from 1959. And again, I haven't looked these up yet so that I could, you know, do the translation and come back with the right words and actually know if this is like an encyclopedia or a reference book or, but this is that, it's not slick paper, but it's that super smooth, super soft. Hello, Miss Michelle Scott. Hey, Lisa. I'm practicing, Michelle. I'm almost keeping up with chat. Well, kind of sort of keeping up with chat. Almost would be pushing it, I think. I decided I'd come on and tease them. I started out with old vintage feed sacks from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Look at these columns and prints and stuff. So then after you get past all of that, which I'm assuming is the contents, then there's all of these super cool ads. And if I could read it, I would be really able to tell you what it is. But I love the ads and just the paper quality and the images. And I don't know, I kind of like that there's not a single girly thing about it. And this is the actual bookmark. This green piece is attached to the bookmark. So I'm going to lay it up here out of the way. But there's just these big there's just sections of these different ads. And look at this ad. And I don't think these would be out of copyright. They may or may not. You would have to look into it. But you certainly could use them as they are. Well, somebody was at the beach having a good time. That's going to go in the challenge pile. Ooh, and another bookmark. Interesting. I've never seen them do bookmarks in books like that before. That's pretty cool. Oh, look here. And again, I love when they do them this way. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but I feel like it's a higher quality. Because they wanted to have color, but they didn't want to run the presses, set up a whole press to do the color in the books so they could print those separately and come in and attach them. And I know that's how it was done, but they had to actually go to the right page to put them in there. Isn't that fun? There's different, I mean, like that last picture, that was a glossy image. That was glossy paper. This is a glossier paper than this. So you've got like 4 different kinds of paper, 4 different, I'm going to say the content is different. The paper content itself and the finish on the paper is different. That one. Aren't those fun? Yep, she's doing the sale tomorrow, Angie. I just decided to hop on and do a preview. I was sorting and playing and all of that kind of stuff. And Jessica used to stream on Wednesday nights, and she decided to cut back, at least for a while. So I told her I would jump on Wednesdays and do sneak peeks and chit chats and stuff like that. And just kind of hang out and chat with everybody and just not be totally focused on the business at hand, so to speak. Oh, and I got some more Reader's Digest. Remember it's probably been almost a month ago now. We did the book page packs with the Reader's Digest books. I've got a bunch more Reader's Digest. Let's see here. So here's your cover on this one. And like I said, no promises that these are showing up tomorrow. Just playing. I've got a whole big box right there that I'm pulling these out of. Yeah, this thing is just amazing. Look at that paper. Close your eyes for 1 second, you guys. I'm moving the camera just a smidge. There we go. Nope, one more time, sorry. Let's see how that does. That's better. No, it's not. Hold on. I feel like I keep moving it. Anywho, I'm going to just quit. I was trying to move it so it was closer to my edge of the table and still centered for you guys, but clearly I'm not going to figure that out at the moment. Let's see if there's a copyright for this. This is the jurisprudence book in French. And let's see. Turning it around right there. Duh. 1849. Oh, and it said it on the cover too. See, I'm so on the ball, you guys. $18.48, right? I'm so confused. I know, right, Francis? It is really, really pretty. So pretty. But this paper, you guys, is just amazing. This is that stuff that I start petting and I start yakking, and Michelle has to rush me along because otherwise I'll sit here and talk about the book for an hour and you guys will have given up on me. I don't think this one is illustrated. I think it's just all text. And again, this is one of those, that I buy and look here. See, look at the transfer, the aging on these, where pages of other papers have sat in here. And something big sat right here and transferred. Then there's these little papers. These little papers are staying in this book. I don't know why, but they are. I'm not taking them out. But I think I interrupted myself again. And then look. See, so I get all excited when I find these, and I think, oh, these will be the coolest. I can dismantle them. I can use some. I can put packs together and share them with the girls. And then I'm like, oy vey, they're just in such good shape that I have a hard time. But yet I get super excited when I see somebody else has them, because then I don't have to take the book apart. I get to keep the pretty books. I get to leave them intact, but I still get the pages. And see, this one has 4 columns. I did, Sandra. I did. Yep. I'm sorry. I thought I may not have. I might have meant to and then didn't. I'm sorry. But yes, I did. And we'll get it figured out. Look at that. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it says, but it's pretty cool. So that'll stay in there. Michelle. Oh my gosh, you guys. She is so fun to show these kind of books to when, like in Hangouts or something, when we're chatting. I promise it's hilarious. She likes what she likes, and she's awesome. She makes me laugh. Look at the cover on this one. I mean, do you even need anything after that cover? I feel like it's like, enough said. I just want the cover. Because then here's the spine. And then there's the back. How cool is that? And this one is, I want to say, I think I had decided that this one was German, but I think it might be Dutch. We'll see. Somebody will be able to tell me momentarily. Pretty sure one of you clever people will type something into Google Translator and it will tell you. Yeah, hey, Darla. I know, isn't it pretty? It is the most amazing cover. And then every page has these headers. Look at these headers. And look here. It's just, this book is just ridiculous. But that being said, I could absolutely take this book apart. And I don't know why. Right? Yep. I know. I do. And I've looked at this one. Not like sat down with, a cup of coffee, in the recliner or on the sofa to like look at it. But I have looked through this one a couple different times. And I absolutely would take this one apart. Because everything in it is worth having and using. And to reuse that cover would, I don't care who makes a book, anything with this cover, it would just be stunning. I really thought I saw a copyright for this one, though. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't know. I will have to research this one a little bit tonight and see if I can. I don't know. I'll have to see because now I'm intrigued. 1847? Where do you, I don't know. Where do you see 1847? It is German. Thank you, Francis. Darla, I'm not going to question you, girlfriend, because I know you got mad skills. So if you tell me that this is 1847, gotcha. Yep, I'm going with it because that's where I would go too. And look at the pages. You see the marbling on the edges of the pages? So in this thing, we could spend an hour looking at this one, you guys. It's just, when I said ridiculous, I meant like awesomely ridiculous. In this, the spotting on this is, I don't think it's flecking. I think it's content of the paper fibers is what I think, because it's entirely too random and it's super teeny tiny. But do you see the little spots that look like somebody, like when we put paint on a toothbrush and flick it to get that? That's what all of this, but I'm pretty sure that's content of the paper coming through. Look at this. And you can so feel that. You can feel every little bit of that, like it's embossed, but it kind of is embossed because of the way the printing presses were then. Look at these. It's just so ornate and so pretty. You know what, Darla? I'm going to write that down. Copyright. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys my fancy pen from Johnny the other day. Look what she sent me. Isn't that cute? And this is the one that you can use like for the touch screens. Well, it just occurs to me, otherwise when I pull this out, I'll just go right at the same thing, right? I'll be like, well, I'm not sure. 1847. Per Darla and Google. There we go. I can't forget now. Look at these. Clearly, I can't read it, but wouldn't these little text blocks be fun to just use? I just feel like every single piece of this book is so usable, purposeful. I don't know. I don't know. I look at this kind of book as an exquisite pad of paper. That's what these are to me. Between the images and the headers and the foreign language text, and then just all the different formatting and, you know, all of this ornate stuff at the beginning, you know, like these little flourishes and this. I have a sneeze. Excuse me. Like this. How often do we get to see this kind of stuff? Nope. I'm not. Wednesday nights are going to be strictly for preview, you guys. Strictly previewing. If it's something that you for sure want to see the next day, you can put it in the chat. Yes, I absolutely want you to bring that tomorrow. If you want me to bring it the following Monday, stuff like that. Okay, that's what Wednesday nights are for. Because, you know, there's a couple people that have taken me up on the offer of one-on-one preview shopping or private sales or whatever. And it's fun, but I know it's hard for people, and some people are intimidated by it and things like that, or it feels awkward, and I get that. It's cool. Sales is what I do, so it wouldn't intimidate me to reach out to someone else to do that with them. But look at this. But that's me, and I'm used to that. So I decided if I'm going to come on Wednesday nights and show you guys this stuff, if you for sure want me to have this particular book tomorrow, then somebody just needs to put in the chat and make sure I see it. Yes, we want that tomorrow, because then I'm going to start a pile right there of things that I've committed myself to offering tomorrow. Because I'm going to write that person's name on a sticky note and stick it on the outside of the book. And then when I know you're there, then I know I can bring it out. If that makes sense. I feel like it's just another way that I can kind of cater to you guys a little bit. Because I know not everybody can be at every stream and for the whole stream. And, you know, when you know I have stuff, it just kind of stinks when you miss it. If you can kind of help schedule it a little bit, I don't have a problem with that. I understand, Keisha. I understand completely. So here's this one, and this one is from 1858. I don't even have to struggle for the copyright on that one or the published date. I like when they make it super easy for me. I love these ones with that little bit of brown in them. They have the leather, and as you guys can plainly tell, it's got some spine damage, but it is there, and it's leathered. And if you wanted to reuse this, you could glue this on. And what I've done in the past is just use cheesecloth or something to layer up underneath of here. Like while this is still lifted up, put some, you know, tea-dyed muslin or cottons or, you know, whatever fabrics appeal to you, and then some ratty cheesecloth and fibers and stuff. And then, you know, and you want to keep it kind of thin layers or stagger the layers. You know what I mean? And then, look, I don't even know how to use my pen. I have ink all over me. And then glue this back down. That's why I don't use these ink pens live, these gel inks, because I'm like a 2-year-old and get it all over me. Where's Johnny's bag? It's folded up and put away. They don't come out till tomorrow. And this is still kind of loose, the cover, as it, you guys, I don't know how to show it to you, but it's loose, and it would not take much for this whole cover to come right off. And then look here. Isn't that pretty marbling there? And then this is another one of those French, I believe it's French. Let's see. Do we remember what this is called? The foxing? Yes, ma'am, the inside. And see the ink transfer from here to here? Because this side is blank. So when they just sit closed, the acids between the paper and the ink start transferring. Moisture doesn't help. That's what causes a lot of the flecking. But see the transfer again from here to here? Yep, Paris. So this is in French. Did you guys hear how stiff this is? Look at how this whole section is coming up. And I don't feel like this whole book has been wet. I just feel like it's been in a very humid, damp environment. Is the feeling I get from this paper. I would still fold this paper, though. I think it would absolutely take it. Yeah, I would fold this paper and not even think twice. And I love these little columns. Instant fold lines, instant narrow pages. This stuff is, I mean, again, this one to me is another pad of paper. This is great backgrounds. It's great filler. It's just, I don't know. I think this would be so fun. And decoupaging napkins on top of this. How pretty. Good night, Francis. And look here, there's 3 columns here. And again, you can feel that just like it's embossed. And then you've got all these different kinds of text blocks. And then you've got, you know, they're just so fun. Okay, so there's that one. There we go. Let me see. What else have we got? What else? Oh, I know. There's a pile in the dining room that I forgot to grab to show you guys. Michelle would drop her teeth. She would crawl through the screen, or she'd be like, send me the link. But I didn't start a Hangout, so I couldn't send you the link tonight anyway. I was going to, and then I decided I was going to try to be grown up and do this, put my big girl panties on and see if I could fly solo. We'll see. 1887 for this one, and it's called The History of Cardinal Pie. And look at the discoloration of that tissue. Isn't that cool? Oops, and it's coming loose. Try not to tear it out, but there's the Cardinal. And then this paper is amazing. yeah, Louise, just a little. Only just a little bit. But look at this. The foxing on there from this paper to here. Isn't this amazing? Did I give you the copyright date already? See, I've distracted myself already. It's volume 2 of whatever it is. Gonna have to look for that one. I don't see it. Oh, wait, there it is. 1887. I think I did say that. It's 1887. She just died. Oh, golly. There we go. Look, isn't that pretty? And there's just, if you love the foxing, the natural, authentic foxing and discolorations, and this book is full of it. And this is that super, super nice paper that you just want to just keep touching. It's just amazing. If it was fabric, you'd say it had a beautiful hand. It's just awesome. Look at that. We can't do that. Not like that. At least I can't. Look at this. And since I don't know what this book is, I could dismantle this one too. It's in good shape, but this, oh, I could just use this with no problem. This book would totally be dismantled. And I may wind up dismantling this one and putting it in page packs, but at least you guys got to see it and I can reference people back to what it looked like before I dismantled it. See, this is the part where it's awkward for me all by myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't quit talking because Michelle's not here to start talking and fill in my quiet spot. I have to keep talking. Angie, you're so silly. So these are pretty special, I think. Number one, I can't quite decide if I want to call them coffee color or chocolate, dark chocolate. And this side, yes, indeed, is red. And not like fire engine red, but like red and then mottled black on top of it. And there's the back. And there's the 4 of them. And they are from 1892 to 1896. We've got 92, 93, 95, and 96. And they are the... they're French. I don't know what they are. I should say they're Russian, but I know they're French. Well, I think they're French. Still pretty sure they're French. Here's the inside cover and the cover page. Flyleaf. Let's see. Not see. Oh, duh. The copyright's on the outside. Sheesh. I was going to struggle to find a copyright page. Don't need to, right? Show you. Oh, yeah. Louise speaks French. Duh. I think that's French, right? Hi, Bonnie. So then look at this. This, I think, is just, I love how it's just text, da-di-da, and then all of a sudden you're into this awesome formatting. Isn't that pretty? So pretty, right? And then you just go back to text. And then, oh yeah, we'll just throw in this. And oh, did you happen to notice the color of the pages change as you go through the book? This is way lighter than this. And that's going to be because they're two different kinds of paper. So these have that real, these have a real tan look, the whole thing. This paper is, I mean, it's sound, but it's pretty thin. And it's dry because of the age and the environment that it was housed in, I'm sure. I don't know about folding this without reinforcing the fold line, but I think if I reinforce, because I would love to be able to fold this here or this way and use it in journals. And these are all ring bound books, ring bound, stitched signature books. So you would be able to, you know, dismantle them and use them that way. But this one, out of the ones I've shown, this is probably the most delicate paper. And I would definitely reinforce it with something. And look here. Look at that. They're just so pretty. And for those of you that were there at the sale Monday night, I'm still going to do some of the, you know, inventory reduction pricing. We're still going to do a whole bunch of those books. If some of these older ones are requested, then we can consider doing some. But I just, you know, I wanted to sit and play with them and look at them, and said I was going to start coming on here. So I thought it's time to just do it. This one, I don't know. I might be keeping this one. I have a thing for these little ones. These are in the box I brought them home from Texas in. Like I have not even, I'm unpacking them literally as I'm pulling them out to show them to you guys. Look at the inside. Isn't that pretty? That print. I love that. And then there's the, I don't know, is it clear enough you guys can read it? Maybe. It is cute, right? I love this little book. These chubby little things. They just fit in my hands well. I just like them. This one is 1923. And it says, well, this one is French. The Grand Mogul. Is that how it's pronounced? Am I close at least? Oop, Darla's back. I'm getting there, Darla. I'm getting a feel for it. But what I don't know is if this is like a play. It feels like it's a play. Like these are character names. And then, because at first I thought it was like poetry or something, but I don't think it is. I think it's a play. See how cute that is? And this paper is the color that it looks. It's just nice. It's like super nice newspaper print, like that old but heavy newspaper. You know how old newspaper has that heavier, real cottony feel to it? That's what this stuff feels like. Uh-oh, defibrillator in aisle 4. Michelle's down. Oh, look at there. Oh, it's multiple. I just figured it out. It's multiple plays, right, Louise? Am I right? Tell me I'm guessing right. I think so, right? This is multiple plays. So the other ones I passed up in the middle were. Uh-oh, who did not respond? Did I miss something, Sandra? Good night, Angie. Sleep good. Oh, wait, operas. They're operas. Oh my gosh, right there it says it, opera, right? They're operas? I think they're operas, Louise, look. It says opera, Comique. And this does have a really bad page that somebody tried to fix right there. But at least it's still there. And it's not a deal breaker for me. Oh, you did respond. Okay, gotcha. Somebody did respond. Hey, Vay. See, I got to do better with the chat, guys. I'm telling you. Got to be better. See, here's another one. Or are they plays in the front, operas in the back? Would have been plays as well. Gotcha, Bonnie. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I know like book structure. I know paper content. I know that's the stuff I know. The rest of it, I'm learning right along with you guys. When it's a foreign language, I'm not always sure what's what. And there's a couple people among us in the chat that are really, really, really book smart people in the context of they restore some of these old books. They actually restore them. I wondered if it was comedy, Louise. And I wish they did lives and talked about care and condition and prevention and things like that, and explain to us, you know, why we find them in the condition that we do now. Hey, Karen, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Yes, Darla, I'm talking about Lolly. I haven't seen her for a while either. I know that she's okay, though. And she's a sweetheart. And she's kind of funny. Okay, she's pretty funny. Lolly's fun. This one is, I'm going to say probably, I'm going to guess Dutch. Michelle would say Russian, but I'm guessing Dutch because it's SJO, or is it Swedish? SJOGREN. That might be Swedish. Might be Swedish. Look at this. And this is printed. This is not marbled, but it's still cool. And oops, Roman numerals. All right, peeps. MCMXXII. So that's going to be 1922. Ooh, let's see. 1922. It's my guess. Purely a guess. It's only the X's and the I's that are sending me it that direction. Right. Exactly. Exactly, Louise. Some of them I don't have a problem taking apart. I really don't. Other ones, I have like this one, I would have every intent of repurposing this book, taking the pages out, keeping some for me, sharing some with you. And when it came right down to it, I don't think I could. Yippee! I almost never get them right. 19, I'm writing that one down too. Because then whenever I decide to share it, I won't have to think about it. Of course, you know, Elisa is the one that pointed out to me that it would be so much more efficient if I did that ahead of time instead of always dawdling around with it. She was right. She was right. I have to give her that one. But look at the images in this. Isn't that pretty? And the color images. Did we figure out what language this is? It's not Russian. Oh, wait, now I'm really confused, Darla. I asked 2 questions. Is it Swedish? And is it 1922? Which one was I right about? The 1922? But this one just has really, and again, this one has 2 different types of paper in it also. Like the color printed pages are different paper than, see, you just barely see a sheen on these. And this, you can totally see a sheen on. I know, but the phone's over there. And if I ask you guys, then at least I'm remembering to check chat and I'm chit chat. It gives me something to babble about, so I'm not sitting here trying to think of something to say. Because anybody who's talked to me in person knows that I have no problem talking. I really don't. Just talking to myself feels really weird. Oh, when I'm prepping. Yep, absolutely. And that's what I do. Well, if I remember to actually prep. There's a couple of you ladies in the chat that I'm kind of spoiled by because I can just pull it out and be like, so the copyright is Roman numerals and it's blah, 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 blah. And almost as soon as I get that spit out of my mouth, somebody's got it typed in. Not nice, but this is, and this paper I would use on anything, absolutely anything. I'd fold it. I would do whatever I want with it. But the cover, I think, I mean, I like the contents, don't get me wrong, but I love this cover and I love this leather spine. I don't know what it is about these gilded leather spines, but they get me every single time. And this cover, this looks so watercolored to me, like someone took an actual marble page. I mean, look at the difference. Let me see. There we go. And so this isn't blurry. That's just the way it really is. I didn't want you guys to think, oh, well, she'd hold it still. But that's just the way that one really is. It's just awesome. I just love this. And it really is marbled paper because you can see where it lips up over the leather right there. It is interesting, isn't it? I like it. It's pretty, pretty cool. Let's see here. I need to get some of these out of the way so that I have room for a few more. Oh my gosh, should I show you guys my little Vatican book? I said that and now I'm not even sure it's still out here. I might have put it in on my shelf. Oh, it's here. Did I show you guys my little Vatican book? I don't know that it was ever really at. See, what I'm really got a little book thing going on right now. This one is super tiny. The page is torn right, or the cover paper is torn right there. See, that piece just fell off. And this is embossed paper. There you go. Now you can see it. Isn't that pretty? A floral emboss on there, and you can actually feel the embossing on it. And then, yeah, I got it the right way for you guys. There's the spine. And then you open this little bad boy up and look what it's right in the front. Vatican. Which is why I call it the Vatican book. And this one is from 1840. And somebody's already called dibs on this one. So this one will probably never make it to a sale. If I decide to sell this one, I've promised somebody dibs on it. This paper is amazing. Just amazing. This is one of my favorite books at the moment. Isn't that pretty though? I love this thing. And then there's this one. Look at this little guy. See, I'm so about the, I forgot to even look at the chat. Right, Darla? Right? Right? Look here. This is an Oddfellows, I think, if I remember right. Let's see. Yes, the Oddfellows Pocket Companion and Minister. So this had a band that would have been attached here. See where it came loose right here? There was like another leather piece right there that would have come around and then come down to this and tucked in. So this is the only part that's left is this little. So, but this is really stinking cool. I really, there's their music. There's just all kinds of fun stuff in this one. And it's truly pocket size, but nobody was going to have any doubt that it was in your pocket. Right, Louise? Yeah, it's pretty cute. They're pretty cute. I love them. They're really sweet sitting on the shelf together, too. Did I already show you guys this one? I know we already saw one. Oh, this marbled paper is like that other one. That's why. And this is the compendium of, I don't know, something. You don't know. Oh, here's a, okay, Roman numeral ladies. MD 3Cs LXXVIII. Right, Bonnie? I know. It's just, hi, Rose. When is the sale? It's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I usually create the event early enough that if you hit the bell, it'll give you like a 30-minute reminder or warning, depending on how you, depending on your perspective. It could be a warning that I'm coming or, you know, a reminder, a pleasant reminder. Depending on the day, it could be either. This one is just really nice paper. 1878. Thank you, Darla. Again, let's write that one down so I don't forget. 1878 is the copyright. Perfect. Thank you, dear. But this one, just the paper in this one is just yum, 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 yum. Hector. Somebody wanted to remember Hector's name. It's going in the challenge pile. Look at all these different fonts in here. Aren't they fun? Like on this page, there's 3 different fonts. Just, and sometimes I just don't understand why. But again, because I don't speak this language, it just intrigues me. Well, you come back for a sale and hang out a couple times, and then we'll see how you feel about it. So look here, look at this discoloration. There's been something in here that was moist or absorbed a lot of moisture that these pages didn't, because otherwise there would be no reason for these particular pages to be so dark just right in the center and not out along the edges. And then the pages around it are so clear. So that's what I, you know, that to me, that's part of the fun of it is I want to know what was there. What made that do that? What made this. I want to know why. I want to know the why and the what. Because it's part of, it's like when I look at a quilt. Do you guys ever look at like the really old handmade quilts and just wonder what their lives were like, what their children were doing, what their husbands were doing, if they were happy, were they, quilting by lamp oil lights, was it springtime, wintertime? See, that's how goofy I am. I say I'm not sappy, but I think that's my sappiness, is that kind of stuff. And like this, I want to know why those pages are so dark like that. Hey, Johnny. You're going to have to go back from the beginning. You missed some really good stuff, girlfriend. I just did a lot of preview stuff. And if you guys do, anybody who's just coming in, if you go back and rewatch it and there's something that you specifically want, hi, Donna, only in the preview context did you miss it. I'm leaving the stream up when I'm done. And it's just preview, literally just previewing and chit-chatty and practice for, me to be sitting here by myself talking to air. Because there's a few people, encouraging me to share journals and things like that. And if I'm going to do that, I got to be able to talk into the airspace. But one step at a time, we'll get there. But anyway, if you go back and watch it and you see something that you really want to see tomorrow, for example, then just, shoot me an email or whatever. Or in the morning, even just say, hey, I'd really like to see this book if you can grab it, or blah, blah, blah. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Like this one is called Cooper's Works. But look at this. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Because I don't have any set time that these are coming out. And most of them that I showed tonight probably won't go up tomorrow. A couple might go tomorrow. Thanks, Louise. A couple might go tomorrow. We might bring out a couple on Monday. I might get totally distracted, like I do. Ask Michelle, she'll tell you. They could go on the shelf and then who knows when they'll come back out. And this one again and I know I say just text, but this is just really awesome. And I'm really not, I do know my hands are filthy. It's from the ink. I was using a gel pen. So just so everybody knows, I don't want to get scolded because my hands are filthy. I know my hands are dirty. It's because I don't know how to take care of a gel pen. So there's that. But this one does have, I thought it did, a few images throughout, which and these are actually more like plates. I really, really, really love those. Let's see. And this is a perfect example of staining versus foxing. This would be staining because there's nothing on this side and there's nothing on this side. So somebody had something on their hands or dropped a drop and quick tried to wipe it off. But this is staining, not foxing. Just so we know. But look see how they're aging so nicely? They're so light in here in the center. I mean, this paper looks brand new here. And then it starts aging outward. I just think that's so pretty. And this is nice, nice paper in your hand. Just really, really nice. I think I got distracted and didn't even give you guys the title. Well, I did sort of, but this one is 1893 was the copyright on this one. And it's got what appears to be 3 stories in it: the pilot, Red Rover, and the 2 admirals. It's illustrated with wood engravings. So somebody carved the stamp as it was into the wood, and then that's how they printed. Yeah, plus I'm manhandling 100-year-old books. Yeah, because they're all not super clean at all. Not at all. That's how I get half the dirt off of them for everybody. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I can get pretty lost and distracted when it comes to books. Let me get some of these put back in their box. What can I give you guys to look at while I'm... Do you guys want to hang out longer? Are you done? You want me to find more stuff? What do you guys want to do? I mean, it's not like I got to look hard to find it. What do you think? Is that a purple cover? Oh, the last one? Yes. Well, I don't think maybe it did. Yeah, it is purple. Yeah, Laurel will shoot me if I don't give her dibs on it, won't she? So I'll give that one. I'll have to wait till Miss Laurel is around because she would love that one too. Yep. Good call, Louise. We'll see. Okay. Give me 1 minute to move a few things. And then, oh, this is fun. You guys can look at these while I'm... So, because I've got them kind of propped around and I don't want to knock them over and beat them up. Look at there. Okay, so there's a few things for you to look at while I'm moving these books, because I will be really mad if I knock them over and damage them. One moment. And if you guys are okay for 2 minutes, I'm going to grab coffee, and I've got ephemera, and I'll grab a couple. I do have a couple books I really want to show you guys, and I left them in the dining room. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you guys, I hope you didn't run away. I'm back. And if you like those other books, you're going to love these. They're all little. I told you I had quite a little book thing happening right now. Look at all of those. Aren't they the cutest things ever? And I can show you the insides. See you in the morning, Michelle. Thank you. Sleep good. What do you guys think of those? Oh, maybe Michelle's not going to bed, huh? Yeah, look at these guys. So for anybody who likes cards, look at these. Aren't those the funnest? The most fun? I don't know if funnest is actually a word. But But that's the jokers in this deck. I think they're super duper cool. I know, right, Louise? And this one, how cool is that? Tommy Tortoise, Little Feather, Wily Fox, and then there's the backs. Aren't those cute? Yep. Hey, Jacqueline. They are cool, aren't they? Hey, Tina. I know, right? I love them, Darla. I think they're super, super cute. And here's the crazy eights. Look at those. You just don't find cards like these. And then there's the backs. At least I don't find them very often. Oh, no. Johnny, you're going to have to start making bags and sending them to all the ladies. You started a thing. Everybody needs peekaboo bags. I think for Halloween, we're all going to have to do a live stream together. Either I'll host it or Michelle will. And we'll all come on and we'll have paper bags with the eye holes cut out. So these are the bags. And then you put them together to make like the guy or the kangaroo. Oop, there we go. Now you can see it. And there's probably a third piece that goes with this one. Yep. Those cute. Paper bag hats. I agree. Agreed. This one I love. Animal dominoes. And then here's the backs of them. And it says Fairchild is the brand. I don't know. And then, and these look like brand new. I'm not sure these have ever been used. But how cute are those? Can you imagine these in your journals and stuff? I think they'd be super, super sweet. Right? Oh, goodness. Yep. So, like I said, you know, in the future, when you guys remember, hey, didn't you have, and could we see, that kind of stuff, just to keep it fun. So you guys know what's coming, what your options are. Look at these. Oh, duh. Okay, so here's the box. Here's the back. And then here's the fronts. Of course, I turned it because, anyway, there we go. Aren't these cute? It's all the little Golden Book characters. I know, they're so tiny. So tiny. They're 1.5 inches by 2 inches. Super duper tiny. Send cards, body parts with napkins, please. Oh, goodness. You guys are awesome. I don't know, Johnny. I don't know what the copyright date is on them. I would have to look for the copyrights first. And I'm not judgy. I'm really not. I mean, you guys are all, everybody out there, I don't mean just you guys specifically. Everybody out there is all grown up and gets to make their own choices. I don't want to make anybody's choices for them. But following the copyright laws as much as I can is really important to me. And I know, you know, everybody gets to do their own thing. So look at the handwriting in this one. And again, another teeny tiny little book. Tiny, tiny. And this one is Union Hems for use in Sabbath schools, and it's for Bible classes. It is time consuming. It is. But Johnny, you weren't here the other night. Julie was here and she sent me some links to some websites and some information that I really wasn't all that aware of, because it really clarified some of the confusing parts of copyright laws. And I'm going to, oh, you got the link too? Perfect. I think it opens up a lot more public domain stuff and makes it way easier to find. And when I get myself organized, I'll be able to look up some of the books and, you know, be able to tell you guys in an informed manner that, you know, this 1936 book really is out of copyright because it was never renewed or whatever. So that would be really cool to be able to give you guys that information. I'm looking for the copyright on this one. 1845 on this one. And this one is super, super tiny. It's like 3 by 4.5. And like probably just under an inch thick. But look at, and it's so, so, so lightweight. So lightweight. So cute. And I would have absolutely, well, I don't know. I say I would have absolutely no problem taking it apart. I don't know. It's just so stinking cute, though, that I don't know if I could take it apart. They do. Absolutely, Louise. You're absolutely right. They do. Because just because it's out of copyright here in the US does not mean that the same year and the same rules apply to a French book. Look at this one. And this one is dated 1842. And it's a farmer's land measurer. Measurer. But it's all these charts of numbers. Isn't that fun? I know, right? I mean, the content of the book wouldn't slow me down. You know what I mean? I think this would be really pretty in any journal, these pages, to just add them in. And then this one, the same thing, but they're just, I mean, this one's got a little bit of, you know, separation and damage at the spine, but it's a vision. Somebody has already taped it and repaired it on the inside. So it's pretty sound. I don't know. These are some of those that I say, you know, I pick them up and I'm like, yep, I'm buying those. Those are mine. I'm taking those home because I'm going to dismantle them and I'm going to use them. And then I get them home and I can't because they're just so, so cute. This one is the Manual of Catholic Devotions. Look at the embossing on that. Isn't that cute? And this is, what is this? This is a remembrance card. And the Table of Movable Feasts. I'm not Catholic, so can't even pretend. But look, these images. Aren't those pretty? And the aging and the staining and it's just so fun. I think these, again, I think this would be really pretty in a prayer journal. And then we have an autograph book. Lots of Really nicely aged blank stained pages, signed pages, autographed pages. I'm like, everything is right upside down for you guys. And they wrote upside down in the book. That's what I was checking. Some people got it right and some got it upside down. But this one is, again, you know, that handwriting stuff. So I don't know. I might be keeping this one. Don't you know? This one would definitely be okay for copying, though. I don't know. This one could just be a lot of fun. Pretty easy to dismantle. But it does look glued, so you're not going to get it apart in signatures. It's glued. It's stitched right here, right along here, but I think it's glued. Nope, it's not glued. Nope, it's just stitched all the way through, right along this edge inside. And then all your pages would pop right out of that one. Right, Darla? I agree. I agree. And Jessica and Rosemary put together some really beautiful ones. Really, really beautiful. Look at this one. Just nice old paper. And this one is called Loyal Responses. I don't know if it's... Oh, Daily Melodies. Interesting. They're almost like daily prayers or guidance, I would say. And again, that's a really tiny... This one would be really pretty in prayer journals too. Then these are pretty cool. These are from... I want to pretend these are FBI. Remember in the old FBI movies, crime movies, whatever, the FBI men would pull these out of their pocket and flip it open and they'd have their notepad in there. And it says it's property of the government, of the U.S. government. So I want to pretend these are like FBI or CIA or whatever, just because I think it's kind of fun. And then they just open that way. This one has paper in it. Blank paper, no FBI notes. I already looked. Oh, and it's... Ooh, look. New York Loose Leaf Corp. Property of the U.S. government. Interesting. This one doesn't... Oh, yeah, it does. This one has the little pocket also. You guys see that? Hold on. What can I find to stick in there? There's a little pocket right there. And this one has a little pocket right there. And then there's this one with the paper. Well, I don't know that I want to be in the FBI. I just want to pretend that somebody in the FBI owned these. I just think that would be hilarious or awesome or I don't know, cool or I don't know. You know. Look at this. This is one of my favorites. Can you guys guess what this is? Somebody guess before I open it what that is. I know, it's the sweetest. It is so... And this is leather. Oh my God, Darla, you're right. For the badge. Yes, for the badge. Yes, Johnny, it is a ledger of sorts. It absolutely is. And it is just awesome. Look at that writing. And then people got crossed off the list, which I don't understand. I don't, it's so crazy to me. All these entries are anything. So it must have been like a payment thing. And then when they paid, they crossed them off. Oh, yeah, it would. They would, Rose. They would. I will leave these on the table. If you come in tomorrow during the sale and you want them, just ask for the FBI notebooks, okay? You're right. Well, Darla, that's a great story, except that these are from 1864. This is dated 1864 right here. Isn't that cool? I love this thing. Absolutely love it. And then look how the ink changed. And then, it's just so ridiculously cool. Isn't that fun? So I don't know. It might be a minute before I'm ready to share this one. I might have to. I just love looking at them sometimes. At that handwriting. I think, and I like to, like, how people like do genealogy and things like that. I'm not a journaler in the context of just sit down and write what I did through the day, but I'm a list maker and for everything. So I feel like this kind of stuff is how people could go back and follow me through my day, is by my lists and what I crossed off and what I had to draw arrows or rewrite or, that kind of stuff. But I could just sit and look at these like I'm reading a magazine. I love these. So let's see. What else do we have? You guys are sweet. Thank you. Then we have, oh, this one is cute. Look at this. Look. Look there. I love the stubs are all written on. So you have the handwriting on all the stubs, and then you have the originals. How awesome is that? I would love for my checks to come like this. Can you even imagine? I know, right? I think somebody should start making us checkbook covers like this. Don't you think? I would love to pull this out of my purse and have it be my checkbook. I think that would be really stinking awesome. So whoever volunteers, I want one. Just saying. I just absolutely love everything about this. I think it is so cool. I do. I do. Not all the time. I mean, no, not really, really. I don't. Not all the time, but I do. Yeah, I do. Yep. Yep. Like to pay my monthly fee for my storage unit. Hey, Jackie. I write checks there. When I want to, like when I left Texas and I wanted to make a deposit for the March show, because the March show is 2 weeks. So I wanted to leave a deposit on my building. I wrote a check for that. So I write checks for certain things. Not like we used to, not like every time I go to the grocery store or something, but yeah. I always have my checkbook with me because what am I going to do? Because this has happened. You put your debit card in your pocket because you're at an auction and you forget to take it out of your pocket, your jeans pocket or whatever, and you go to the grocery store and you have on different jeans so you don't have your debit card with you. And I'm not putting my groceries on a credit card. So I'll pull out my checkbook and write a check for my groceries. And everybody really does look at me like I'm, like 102 years old and entirely antiquated, but I don't care. It works. And it's not like it's a 4-block drive for me to go from home to the grocery store. I got to drive 15 miles to go to the grocery store, which turns into a lot of miles if I got to drive back home to get the card to go back. So, not that you guys wanted to know all of that, but there's that. So look at this. This is a deed, a property deed. How awesome is this? And if anybody knows how to age paper like this, because this looked like this. This is the same paper. If somebody can figure out how to do exactly this, I want to know. I want a tutorial and I want a private lesson. Right, it does. Exactly, Jackie. And heaven help me if I want to do like, you know, Hobby Lobby and Joann's and Michael's and all of that. That stuff's an hour away. So, you know, that I make a day of it. That's when I go, you know, picking for you guys. I'm, you know, I always find something else to do while I'm there. I'll go poke around some thrift stores. There's an antique mall that's usually got some pretty good stuff. Not always, sometimes. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? I just can't get over this discoloration and this aging on this one. This thing looks like it came off the Titanic or something. Or out of an old dirt cellar. Exactly, Darla. Exactly. Rosemary, you need to figure this out. You need iron in the water. I knew I was going to the right girl, Miss Eco Dye. You need to figure out how to do this and teach us, because I absolutely love it. Look at this. This is the back. Did you see the back, Rosemary, or the front, or whatever it is? The really heavily discolored side. I just think it's so pretty. Aren't we? See how we are? The grubbier it is, the happier we are. It's beautiful to us. Look at this side. See how it came through? Isn't that thing awesome? I was going to look for a date for you guys, but I got to turn it around. 1904. Ooh, and it's got the seal, the embossed seal on it there. Nice. So 1904. So and this is nice, heavy paper. Thank you, Darla. And then there's this one. See, I haven't even really looked at these. I picked these up and I was like, yes, 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 yes. But I haven't really like opened them. Oh, look at the holes. I kind of like the holes. That would be cool if you copied them. This paper is nice. Hear how stiff it is? And these have obviously had a little moisture. I mean, the pink, can you guys see where the lines have run? Where up here they're sharp and crisp. And then down here they've run a little bit. What's the date on this one? Ooh, look, more of that grubbiness, Rosemary. Let's see. 1889. So this is from Pennsylvania. The subscriber notary public, the notary public for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, residing in the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Good grief. 1889. How cool is that? All the way from Philadelphia. That's pretty cool. And it's in the middle of Indiana, but I got it in Texas. Isn't that fun? That's where you live, Tina? Right? I bet, Louise. Look here. How does that song go? If I only knew then what I knew now, or something like, I can't remember that song. I'm bad at music. If it was playing, I could sing right along with it. See there? And this one. And again, these, you know, that's where they've been wet. Does this one have a date? It's for $1,600, whatever property, bond and warrant. So whatever property they bought was, 1906 is this one. This paper is amazing. It is so thick. Really thick. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine the paper cuts off of that stuff when it was new. Oh, Lord, it makes me want to cry just a little. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh my goodness. Look at this one, you guys. You want grubby? Look at that. Look at that. Look at this handwriting. Oh, I bought a calligraphy set, you guys. I'm going to start practicing. I took, I guess, lessons or classes or whatever years ago. I mean, years and years ago. But, you know, to be part of today's world, I think if I go watch a couple YouTube videos, I'll be an expert, right? I'm just kidding. Totally kidding and complete sarcasm. But I am going to start playing around with it again. And I don't care about it being like picture perfect or precise or correct. I just want to use it with my handwriting and have my own style, I think, is what I want to do with it, so that I can just kind of be free with it and do my thing. We'll see how that works. This one has definitely, obviously been wet, and it has some holes, and it's pretty fragile along this fold line. See the holes there? And it's got a couple here, but there's not a whole lot holding these two halves together. But this is all handwritten. That whole thing, all handwritten. How pretty is that? Look at there. Isn't that nice? I was kind of looking for a year while I was yapping, and I don't see one yet. 1880. This one, trying to figure out where it's from. A justice of the peace in Montgomery County, but I don't see a state. Interesting. I know, right? Yes, Darla types a lot. And quick. Lordy, she's quick. I know, without errors. Exactly. Exactly. Look at this one. Did we lose Rosemary? Is she working on our staining process? Did we lose you, Rosemary? Are you listening? Or did you run for pots of water and paper and iron? Look at that one. That one cool. This one's totally different format than the other one. This one is 1900. She's here. I wondered if you ran to start working on that. I would love to see you come up with it. I think it would be awesome. It got stuck between awesome and amazing. Isn't that fun? This one's typed, like mimeograph typing, I think. I don't know why else it would be blue. Who knows why that's blue ink? Does anybody know? I don't know. So, like, in all seriousness, I'm asking. Let's see if there's a date. Did I give you a date on this one already? 1900 on this one. Oh, it's blue on the front too, see? Can we all go see Denise or just Darla? I want to see. Oh, maybe carbon paper. Ah, I bet you guys are right. Yep. And maybe color fade. I'm going with carbon paper. Uh-oh, what did Denise do? What cool thing did Denise do? Hey, Tammy. Look at this one. Talk about raggedy. How pretty is that? And look at the writing on that one. How fun would that be to just copy, just as it is, and get all of this, like printed on tissue paper or rice paper, and then come back in with, you know, a brush, a damp brush, so you could tear all that back out. Gotcha, Sandra, gotcha. Oh, did she have a giveaway and you won, or a contest? A blue copy as a second. Interesting. Interesting. See, you guys are all such a wealth of information. Look at that. Nice, right? I love this. Let's see. 1902. And this one's not super fancy, but I mean, if you wanted to use this one for journaling, this would be actually pretty awesome because the fold lines, even if you copied this as on legal size paper, this is your center, this is your fold to fold it in on one side, to fold it in on the other. So this would be where you would stitch it into your signature. You can write here, you can write here, and then you've got this whole blank space to write. But then here you've got something pretty to look at or write over. I mean, if it was copied, you could write right over top of that, like with a gel pen or the fine point Sharpie markers. I think it would be cool. That's how I use them. If I don't just go ahead and use, it depends. Sometimes I just use the originals, but most of the time I copy them. Well, I should say half of the time. Half of the time. Oh, look at that. And we know that's just water of some sort, water and something. We know Rosemary will come up with a technique. And perhaps share it with us in one form or another. Isn't that pretty? Of course, if it turns out that it's a little bit complicated, Rosemary, I'd be thrilled if you just made a whole pile of it and I could just buy a stack from you. That would be awesome. 1909. Isn't that pretty? From Philadelphia. Pretty, pretty. Congratulations, Carla. I don't know what you won. I think you won. I think you won. Oh my goodness. This one is really pretty. 1908. Look at this. Look at the letterhead and the handwriting. Isn't that pretty? And then the back is just yummy. Yum, yum. In the giveaways. Gotcha. Perfect. Congrats, Darla. Oops. What is this? Ooh, the Bureau of Water Rents for the city of Philadelphia in 1903. And there's a couple of those. 1900. Oh, you paid it by the year, for Pete's sake. 1903 and 1904. And it looks like it was $10 for the year. But 1903, $10 was a lot of money. The offers hours are 9 to 3, Saturdays 9 to noon. So there. These brown marble books, yeah, they're pretty. You're going to have to, hey, Julie, you're going to have to fight Michelle for these also. Michelle's in love with those also. Yeah, it'll be a battle. So here's these. And Julie, just so you know, we're just doing a, I don't know how long you've been, if you've been listening for a while or not, we're just doing a preview and kind of, you know, somebody sees something they really, really want, then you can just wait till tomorrow during the sale and request that I pull it up or send me an email. But it's just, sometimes it's hard to get, I don't know. I don't like always deciding everything for you guys. Sometimes I feel like I want more input, or for you guys to feel like you have some input. You know what I mean? I know you will, Johnny. I know. Just messing with you. This one is 1908. This one's really cool. I love the paper. This paper quality is really nice. Oh, the deeds? Okay. Julie, I'm doing a sale tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. If you want to go, this will be posted up after I go off. It'll still be up. If you want to look at it and you want one in particular, I've got them stacked just how I did them. So this would be the last one. So I'll turn it over this way. I started with this one. And I'll even rubber band them. So for anybody who comes back and watches this, if you want any of these, we'll just do them as, like, just count how many in they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if it's like that really raggedy one, tell me it's the really raggedy one. Or like if it was the 4th one you showed and it was the year, whatever. And that way it'll help me make sure I get the right one. If anybody's interested in those before tomorrow or Monday or whenever. These, look at this one. Look at this. Just look at the embossing on that. Isn't that awesome? I love this cover. Trying to catch it all. There it is. Isn't that the prettiest? And the pages have the gold on them. And it's just called a church book. And it's the Evangelical Lutheran Congregations, 1908. It's just pretty. And it is exactly the paper texture, thickness, quality you would expect it to be. It's that super, super flyaway thin paper. But I think these pages would be beautiful in prayer journals or anything like that. And I would not hesitate for a minute to reuse this cover. It is actually black, but it almost looks blue. So you know what they say, if you can't decide, it's usually blue. If you really can't ever decide. So here's this is black. So if that helps. But it does almost have a navy blue look to it, but I wonder if that's because of the gloss on it. So these are the same but different. They're the Hawkins electrical guides. This is number 3. This is number 4. Instant differences, right? But from the side, you wouldn't expect them to be entirely different. Let let's see here. This is, look at the front page. Isn't that amazing? This book is, these are just, you guys are going to die when you see these illustrations in these books. I was positive these had a copyright. Oh, they do right there. 1917. I'm just going to be quiet and look. I really, really, really like these books. I think they are so cool. But it's all like tools and measurings and like fabricators, like fabrication work back in the day. And like the math, the measurements, they're just, and look at the detail. In 1917, they were drawing like this. It's just, I love it. Love, love, love it. How fun are these? And then there's tools. Do you remember the old phone glass insulator things? That's what this is a rendering of, is those glass insulators. And then how to use them and wire them in. Isn't that fun? And then there's this one, which is number 4. While they are sleeping. You guys can put in requests. There's that. See there? Aren't these fun? I love these. The possibilities just are like endless, I think, for these. Steampunk, anyone? They're just, and I feel like it's a lot of different topics. It's like, for being an electrical book, it kind of covers a lot of ranges. Oh, Julie, that was awesome. That was perfect. Props to you. That was perfect. That's something I would have said to someone. Well done. Well done. No, but seriously, you guys, if you're here, don't hesitate. I should reward my insomniacs. You're right. I should. I should. I will work on that for future episodes. Oh, cool, Jackie. Cool. That would be fun. I could do like a special shipping discount or something for people who hang out with me on Wednesday night and do the preview stuff. I could give you guys like a code, but I can't. How would I do that? Because then anybody who comes and watches it would know it too. Tammy, that's funny. Oh, goodness. Right, Darla? Oh, I know that thing was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, see, I can just sit and play with books and look at them for hours. Hours, 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 hours. Hours. Look at this one. Oh, shoot. Roman numerals again. MD, 3 C's, XX, V, 3 I's. Who's got that one? Hey, Peggy. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? And this paper, I don't know if you guys can see. Tell me if you can see the texture and the thinness of this paper. Thank you. 1828. Thank you, Darla. I told you guys she's quick. She is quick. But anyway, back to this. I want to see if you guys can see. Do you see the texture? Can you see, am I too close? Can you see it at all? There's like, you know, if you took paper pulp and you laid it out on like a super fine window screen, how it would leave like, because you know how those are woven. So it wouldn't be like a smooth texture. You can see the lines in this paper from when they pulled the pulp out of the vats onto the screens. So this is all, every piece of this is handmade paper. Not super teeny tiny. Super teeny tiny playing cards. This is probably the littlest books tonight. But nothing, we haven't sold anything tonight, Peggy. Tonight's just show and tell, preview. I was unpacking stuff. And it gives you guys a little bit of an opportunity to request stuff too, or to think about it, or, you know, it's not just whatever I decide to put on the table and you're just sitting there like, I don't know, because I don't know what's coming next kind of thing. So I just feel like it gives you guys some ideas of stuff that's coming at some point. No specific time, just stuff that's, you know, and you can come back, and I'm going to start doing these every Wednesday night. So you guys can come and watch them and, you know, request stuff. When like a Thursday sale starts or a Monday sale, or if you want it, I know, right? Exactly, Darla. Exactly. And you can email me too about private sales and stuff like that. Okay? And not just you, Peggy, but everybody. It's just something I've decided to try and see, you know, see how it goes, see if it's fun. And if nothing else, you know, I'm a night owl, so. But look at the discoloration on this paper. Isn't that yummy? And then you got white. So you have everything in these. And this is even a different color. How fun is that? How fun is that? Thank you, Johnny. And that's another reason I need to do this, is I need to be better about reading the chat. I really do. And I know that. I need to not get so sucked into. Oh, look, this one had, she already put it in there for me. 1831. See there? 1831 is this one. And this one doesn't have near the discoloration that the other one did. And if you guys could see these in your hand, the paper is just different. In just those 3 years, the paper is, and it feels entirely different. How am I going to do this? One right side up, one upside down. And I'm pretty confident this one, if you tore it, you would see like fibers coming out of it, and it's going to be more of a fiber-based paper instead of a pulpy-based paper. But can you guys see at all the difference in the papers there? And not just color, but a little bit of like the quality or the textures of them. Isn't that nice? And again, because Patty doesn't speak French, I have no idea what these are about. No idea. I know they're tomes. It says so right there. I did pick out one word, I know. Tomes. Tomes. See, tomes don't have to be ginormous. This is a tome. Right? They're history. And they say history right there. Yeah, and the newer, the 1931 one has, see, even look here. See where the water, this is the first one I showed you with the really discolored pages. And then this one. And see, some paper is so much more absorbent than others. And that's why you get some of that foxing in that, like, the transfers where there's like where two pieces of paper, two different kinds of paper will leave the marks and the aging and stuff that we like. Oh, this one doesn't have the date. Let's see. Yep, for one more, Darla. MD, 3 C's, XXV, 3 I's. Louise, if you're asking me, I'm going to say I have absolutely no idea. Then it must be the scholarly part. Yep. Must be the scholarly because they're called tomes. Right there. There's something religious. Yes. Absolutely. Can you read any of that, Louise? Or anyone else who reads French? I don't read French. They are theology books, a priest's ideas of what the world was all about. Interesting. I'm writing that down. So this one is 1828. Did I tell you guys I have a book from the 1700s? And it is one of my like prized possessions. Absolutely love that book. Or did I even show it to you? I might have even shown it to you guys. I was like so excited when I found it. Hold on one second. I got to find Louise. Where'd she go? The theology. Priest's ideas. What the world. Okay. Boy, writing, talking, and reading chat all at one time. Really, that's a lot. A lot. No, the pages are not brittle. I cannot believe the quality of these books, honestly. And the 1931 is probably in the very best shape as far as appearance and paper quality. This one has a lot of flecking in it and other discolorations, and a lot of foxing. But it doesn't have like, I'm not noticing like ink transfer unless maybe some of this is but I don't think it is. I don't think this is ink transfer. I think this is just see-through from the other side. So I don't know. If I wanted to use these, see, now that I know what they're about, I'd be a little bit more hesitant to dismantle them, but probably only for a little while. And this piece right here is coming up. I'm not going to tape it down, but I'm going to try really, really hard not to pull it off of there either. But yeah, these are just really pretty, really, really pretty books. Oh, you girls, you're so funny. So, and I did show you this one. I think we might be done for now, you guys. And I have tons and tons and tons of ephemera. So I'm going to be putting together a lot of ephemera packs for, or we might even do, let's make a pretty picture so that YouTube will make a pretty picture. The one I posted the other night, you guys, that worked perfectly. So yeah, if you didn't get to see the whole thing and you, I don't know, want to listen to somebody chatter, this is a checkbook. Remember? Let's see. Hey, did anybody decide they were going to be the one that would do that? Yes, ephemera, Julie. I'm going to be putting it together. Not tonight, but it's coming. I have, lots and lots. When I was in Texas, there was a guy who had a whole desk of stuff. So I just cleaned out the whole desk. It was pretty awesome. What is going on here? Maybe I just need more stuff. There. It'll make Michelle crazy in the morning when she wakes up to see all of this, don't you think? I should just leave my table like this till we get on in the morning. She would be like, what in the world? It would be kind of hilarious, actually. There we go. We'll let YouTube use that for my thumbnail. Let's see how that goes. There. There. Okay, now I won't move for a minute or two, and I'll just chat for a minute. All right. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Tell her the only thing you guys talked me into selling is the brown spotted books. Oh Lord, she would come through that screen. I would be in so much trouble. Yeah, these are all small books. Good night, Jackie. So, yep, everybody go to bed, set your alarm clocks, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be back. Yes, ma'am, Peggy. Let me double check the tracking number and see what I can come up with. It would be so funny. Oh, Lordy. Yes, I would be in big trouble, but it would be worth it because I would only be in trouble until she realized I really didn't. Oh, gosh. You guys are awesome. Oh, you're welcome, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I just need to practice this. Okay. All right, ladies, thank you. And I will see everyone tomorrow morning. Good night.